Welcome to Business Watch. I'm Chief Robert Osecki of the Brunswick Hills Police Department, and today we're filming on location at the Brunswick Hills Police Station at 505 South Station Road in Brunswick Hills Township. First of all, today we're going to be talking about the past, present, and the future of the Brunswick Hills Police Department. To start off with some of the past history, the Brunswick Hills Police Department started in 1978. Started out as an auxiliary police department, and in 1988 had its full-time police officer. The trustees, in their vision back in the late 80s, saw the future growth of Brunswick Hills and saw it beneficial for the residents' safety and security to have their own full-time police department. Since 1988, we have progressed from one full-time officer, and we are now slated for 9 full-time officers, 2 part-time officers, and 2 auxiliary officers, and not including our canine officer, Hawk. The police department strategic plan that was entered into 6 years ago identified a need for the growth of the community. Our community, with the growth factors now, there's 8 new developments that have construction going on, as well as 3 to 4 new proposed subdivisions within a township. As a part of our strategic plan, it was talked about that we added 1 full-time officer a year for the next 5 years. At this time, we are 1 officer short of meeting our strategic plan objectives. At this time, I'd like to introduce Corporal Robert Casenhiser of our department, and he's going to be demonstrating and showing some of the new attributes of our newest police vehicle. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Chief.
If you could start out with the car, describe what type of a vehicle it is, and some of the new features and inner workings of the vehicle.
Okay, it's a 1999 Crown Victoria, and it's our first minimally marked unit. We don't have the full markings on it, the full light bar, but yet the vehicle still performs the same duties for us in the patrol division. It saved us money. One thing we looked at in striping the vehicle and putting a full light bar on it, we still can use it in daily patrols through the neighborhoods, as well as our traffic enforcement and our DUI enforcement.
As far as subtly marked, the markings that are on the vehicle, as you can see here, we have our Brunswick Hills 7-point star, and also the lettering is metallic. And what's the reasoning for the metallic lettering?
It still is highly visible at night. When someone pulls up behind it, it's marked on both fenders as well as on the trunk deck. And with the strobe lights that are hitting all over the vehicle, it still is visible when need be, as well as covert when it needs be as well.
At this time, Corporal, could you show the interior of the vehicle and demonstrate some of the functions of the unit?
Again, like I said, it does have the full capability of doing patrol. It has all the strobes, the lights. It has a full cage for prisoner transport in it, as well as full radios that we can talk to all agencies in Medina County, with dispatch, with other units from Strongsville also we can talk to. It has full radar capabilities for our traffic enforcement. It does have state-of-the-art MPH radar in it, as well as full siren and full lights. And if you can look at the front of the vehicle as well, it will show the hidden strobe lights that show up as well in daytime as at night.
As far as the radar unit is concerned in the vehicle, that is the newest Python radar unit. With some of our viewers, if you can explain how radar is initiated by the officer.
Okay, we can sit in 2 different ways of using the radar. We can do it stationary, and we can also do this in moving radar front and rear. Okay, we can sit on the side of the road and monitor traffic coming in heavy amounts, as well as when we're moving from call to call, from development to development, we can also pick up the moving radar as well.
As far as the siren, can you demonstrate for our viewers the different modes of the siren that we have in this vehicle?
have the whale siren. The yelp siren. And the deer siren. And again, we have full capability in here of our radar, radios for Medina County, as well as other agencies within the Tri-County area.
At this time, we're currently dispatched by the Medina County Sheriff's Department, and as I talk to the future of our department later on in the show, we're looking forward to a move to the Brunswick dispatch for police and fire. This is both going to be cost effective as well as goes along with our combined efforts that we have. I'd like to also move on with you, Corporal, about the Combined Emergency Response Team, which you are a member of.
Okay, I've been a member of the CERT team for 3 years. Our department came on. We now have 2 officers on the entry team, as well as Sergeant Kloffenstein is on the hostage negotiation team. And then, of course, we have Chief Asecki is also part of the 3 chiefs for the support and decision making of the entire team.
The name came up, Combined Emergency Response Team, as you had mentioned, with the 3 chiefs. That's from Brunswick, Brunswick Hills, and Hinckley. The team has been together now for approximately
3 years now. Going on 3 years.
If you could, explain to the viewers about some of the training that you go through as a member of the CERT team and how you feel it's beneficial to the approximately 40,000 residents in northern Medina County.
Well, since the 3 years that we've been on it, we've averaged say close to 6 to 7 calls per year. Each individual member has to be trained through a basic SWAT school, and then we train on the average of 1 full day per month all year long.
What are some of the equipment that you would use and that you have accessibility to deter situations?
Well, we have our vehicle, our emergency vehicles kept at Brunswick City. It has the capability of carrying our complete team from all 3 departments, as well as all our entry gear, our heavy entry vests, our weapons that we use, helmets, ballistic shields, and all our weapons as well.
Have you been involved with any high-risk warrant issues in and out of Medina County, and with what other agencies have you assisted?
I believe we, on 2 separate occasions over the past 3 years, have assisted Medway Drug Agency in service of approximately 25 to 30 warrants in the Wayne County area over the past 3 years.
As far as the warrants that we are talking about, what other SWAT teams in the area do we have contact with, and do we have backup and provide backup to different areas in Medina as well as Cuyahoga County?
Yes, we do work with the Medina City emergency team as well as the Medina County Sheriff's emergency team. We train on some occasions with them, and yearly we have a competition between the 3 and work well together.
How many years has the competition been going on?
It's been going on for 3 years now.
And how many times has the CERT team won?
Well, Brunswick has a 3-0 as far as the combined at this point in time.
So you got to toot our horn a little bit here that definitely the best SWAT team in Medina County as far as the state of Ohio from what I've seen. Other equipment-wise, what type of weaponry and explosives does the SWAT team have available to them?
We all have our duty sidearm from each officer's department, as well as we have the capability of the MP5 submachine gun, shotguns, as well as a full range of less lethal weapons as far as flashbangs, stun grenades, that type of thing for less than lethal use.
In your SWAT training and with some of the type of calls that you've seen, can you describe to the viewers, people think quiet little Medina County and Brunswick Hills and Brunswick area, the types of calls that you have been out on and the severity and if there's been loss of life in any of the previous calls you've been at?
Okay, most of our call-outs do stem from normal everyday calls that we have in Brunswick Hills as well as the neighboring agencies from domestic disputes, domestic violence incidents, alcohol, and this has played into fact in several occasions, and we have in the past 3 years had one of those occasions that it ended in a loss of life.
Well, Corporal Casenhiser, thank you very much for your time today and for the demonstration of the vehicle and also the insights of the Combined Emergency Response Team. Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure, Chief.
We'll be right back after this message.
Hey, this is Shaquille O'Neal for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. You may know Shaq the rap artist. You may even know Shaq the movie star. But there's one Shaq you'll never see, and that's Shaq the drunk driver. That's because I know drinking and driving don't mix. So if you drink, don't drive. And if one of your friends has been drinking, get the keys, because friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Honey, would you get me some ice cream?
Ice cream?
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some things you just can't do without. It happens every night, all across America.
Welcome back to Business Watch. Now as my guest, I have Officer Heather Stask, and I have our K9, Hawk von Schmidt. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Hawk. He's not talking today. Anyway, if you could go over some of the past training, how long Hawk has been with you, I'd say we'll probably start out with how old he is and the type of police work that he does.
Okay. I got Hawk in August of '96, or October of '96. We've been together for about 2.5 years. Originally started at Medina Township, which is where I got Hawk. He got his certification at 13 months, his utility and narcotics certification. His utility certification consists of tracking, building search, area search, finding lost kids, suspects. His narcotics, he can smell cocaine, heroin, and marijuana and any derivatives of them.
Okay, as far as his training is concerned, is this ongoing, and how much time do you and Hawk put into training?
Formal training, we train once a week, every Thursday for about 8 hours a day with the trainer, Tom Schmidt, and we do various exercises throughout the week on our own.
As far as working cooperatively with other departments, what are some of the departments you've worked with and departments that Hawk trains with?
As far as training, we train with Medina City, Broadview Heights, Olmsted Falls, Olmsted Township, the park system, and Bath. And as far as working, we've done various things for Brunswick City. We've done narcotic searches for the Sheriff's Department. We've assisted Medina City in various sniffs. And our most recent thing was at the high school. We took part in the narcotic raid at the high school.
I just read in the newspaper this morning that one of the cars that Hawk hit on with a marijuana seed in the back of it, that the parents are suing the school board because of the person being expelled from school. That, I think, says enough in itself that Hawk has done a good job out here. Drug addiction is your main part of your job, along with Hawk, and you do answer normal calls for service. As far as the K9 car automobiles is concerned, what are some of the unique features that are different from the other patrol vehicles in our fleet?
The back of the car is, the back seat is completely taken out, and it's got an enclosed containment system with including a top for the dog. It's got a flat platform so the dog doesn't get injured, braking, going at high speeds, that kind of thing. It's got a front sliding door that can allow Hawk to come up front if I need him to.
And that door is run by remote control off of your belt?
Yes, there's a door opener on the passenger side door, so if I'm on a traffic stop or I need his assistance and I'm away from the vehicle, I can just hit the button and have him come out. It's also equipped with the interior temperature monitor that always monitors the interior temperature of the vehicle to make sure it stays at a safe temperature for him.
As far as one of our newest programs is the drug interdiction up at the rest areas up on I-71. Can you explain to our viewers about that?
A couple times throughout our shift, we go up by the rest areas and we randomly search vehicles, the exterior vehicles. All we do is run Hawk around. He sniffs the exterior. If he hits on the vehicle, then it progresses further than that, but usually it takes about 30 seconds to run him around a vehicle.
And with that, if we can do a demonstration right now, Hawk and yourself, about how you would perform a drug interdiction on a vehicle. And also, this vehicle does have drugs hidden in the wheel well, and we didn't, of course he can't understand us, so he won't know that, so no hints for Hawk here. But if you can go ahead and conduct that search right now.
Sure, let me. Baggie marijuana hidden in the rim of the tire. Okay.
You said it was marijuana hidden in the rim of the tire, and Hawk did go ahead and hit on that.
Right.
Okay. And that would be probable cause at that point to go ahead and check the rest of the vehicle, interior and exterior?
Yes, it gives you probable cause to go over the vehicle with a fine-tooth comb to look for further narcotics.
Okay. And just in closing, I'd like to say that you and Hawk have done an excellent job. We're glad to have you as an addition on the department, and just keep up the good work with that.
Thank you, Chief.
We'll be right back with Business Watch.
Mr. and Mrs. Jones, Sally's having some behavioral problems.
I guess that reward system isn't working.
Well, the timeouts weren't either.
You know, parents do find that timeouts aren't...
See?
Well, you're just too lenient.
Well, you're too strict.
No, you are.
Oh, you are.
No, you are.
No, you are.
When adults don't have the answers, they can feel as frustrated as kids. ConnectForKids.org has thousands of resources for helping kids in your community. ConnectForKids.org, guidance for grown-ups.
Where have all the children gone? Long time passing.
Every day, 10 children are killed by gunfire. You can help stop the violence. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
Gone to graveyards one by one. Oh, when will we ever learn?
Welcome back to Business Watch. Now that we've seen and talked about some of the past history of the Brunswick Hills Police Department, and have seen some of the present with our K-9 officer, our K-9 Hawk, as well as some conversation about our SWAT activity in northern Medina County, I'd like to talk about some of our other community policing philosophies and programs. And with that, I'd like to welcome Lieutenant Deano McNeil to the show.
Thank you, Chief.
What can you tell the residents about some of our current programs that we have in the township?
Well, our department offers a wide range of community policing programs and activities for our residents, and a few of those would be our Neighborhood Watch and Community Watch program, and this is where we form a partnership with the residents in our various neighborhoods and developments and try to help them learn to become the eyes and ears of the police department and help them get proactively involved in reducing crime and criminal activity in their neighborhoods. We also offer residents a Neighborhood Watch tip line, which allows them to anonymously call into the department any types of criminal or suspicious activity which they might see.
And what is that number, Lieutenant?
That is the department number 273-3722. During the day, you can just ask to be transferred to the Neighborhood Watch tip line, and after business hours, there's a prompt on our voicemail system which will direct you to it.
Okay, thank you.
We also offer one of our first programs, as a matter of fact, is our Elder Watch program, and this is where we help to watch out for the senior residents of Brunswick Hills by having regular telephone and in-person contacts with them. We also offer our senior residents in the program the opportunity to have us in the fire department maintain their medical information on the ambulances at where it would be available for hospital medical staff should they suffer some type of incapacitating illness or injury. We also have one of my favorites is our bicycle patrol, and in fact you can see our bicycles right behind us. And with our bicycle patrol, it allows us a means to get to places where we can't get with our regular police vehicles, and it also gives us an opportunity to get out into the neighborhoods and talk with our residents and talk with the children and develop a more closer personal relationship with our residents. We also have our stranger safety program, which we offer to the parents and the kids in Brunswick Hills, where we give classes on how our children can be safe and avoid the perils of being trapped up by dangerous strangers who misrepresent and misidentify themselves. We also have holiday coloring contest, and we also have our community directory, which is available to any resident who wishes. They can call the station during the day and request a copy of it. And we also offer an online version of our directory at our website.
Can you talk a little bit about the website? And I know you were a past guest a couple of months ago talking specifically just about the website, but any new additions to the website or just interesting links that can be made through us?
Well, since our website went online in March, we've kept the information which we originally started out with, and we've also added a number of new features. As one I had mentioned is our community directory. We've also added a number of links to a number of different local, state, and federal agencies and various types of services which would be of interest or of use to our residents. We have a senior link that provides specific information related to the senior residents of our community that could be of interest to them or service. And we also just recently added a link to a page sponsored by our police association, which offers information regarding our upcoming levy in November.
Yes, and we'll be talking about that a little bit further on to the show. As far as our community policing philosophies in our department, the growth of Brunswick Hills Township, all the new developments that are moving in, do you feel that the reactive or the proactive form that we go and police versus the reactive has been effective in keeping crime down? And since you're my statistician on the department, if I can get that word out right, could you explain a little bit about how the trends of crime has had a constant relationship, an ongoing relationship with our community policing philosophies?
Sure. I think our community policing philosophies have had a very direct result on the positive result on the activity which has occurred over the years in Brunswick Hills. As you know, within about the past 10 years, our population in Brunswick Hills has about doubled, and over the next 10 years, it's projected to double again with all the new development that's being added to the community. And in line with that, one would think with the additional influx of people moving into the community, the growth, our residential, commercial growth, that activity would go up. In fact, activity since 1997 has decreased in the 5 areas where we track. Don't have the statistics immediately available, but we track numbers and total calls for service, property crimes, drug and alcohol offenses, theft offenses, and crimes of violence. And since 1997, which was a high year for us, we've consistently decreased in all of those categories and are projected for 1999 to decrease once more.
And again, with police executives around the country that track this type of information, that proves that our policing philosophies are working, our programs are working, and also redundant patrol and seeing of the Brunswick Hills vehicles in our developments.
Absolutely. I believe that with our direct activities and with having a strong patrol presence in our neighborhoods, on our streets, I believe, and with our traffic enforcement and all the other different things that we do, I believe that helps to provide a safe atmosphere in Brunswick Hills and to keep the criminal and major activity as low as we can possibly keep it.
Now that we've talked about the present, we've talked about the past, I'd now like to share some of the future. And future is dim here at the Brunswick Hills Police Department if we do not get a $3 million levy passed this November. The statistics right now, as far as the money that is going to be available to the department, our levy only generates at this time $161,000. And with that meager figure, we can only run a police department of 4 to 5 full-time officers, not the 9 full-time and part-time people that we currently have. As far as our future is concerned with the township, we are going to see constant growth. We are going to see the growth, and along with growth comes crime. We must deter this crime by having an aggressive, proactive police department on the streets of Brunswick Hills. That also goes with the educational levels of our officers. We have hundreds of hours of training. We have officers from high school diplomas through bachelor degrees and working on master's degrees. We have officers on this department of quality nature that are graduate of the FBI Academy, Police Executive Leadership College, and other leadership developmental training. Our training is ongoing, and I believe that our residents can see that by the professionalism of our officers on the street and by the reduction of crime in Brunswick Hills Township. We'd be losing activities as our K-9. Officer Stask will be laid off if this does not pass. Hawk will be laid off along with her, as well as our bicycle patrol would not be able to work anymore because we'd have a hard enough time keeping people on the street. And also, we will not be able to provide 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week coverage with only 4 or 5 police officers on the Brunswick Hills Township Police Department. The other community policing programs that the community likes so much, as we found out through our community survey in 1996, will also be in peril. Thank you for sharing the past, the present, and looking at the insights of the future for the Brunswick Hills Police Department. And with that, thank you, Lieutenant, for being on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me, Chief.
And I'd like to thank you for watching Business Watch.
It was called the greatest generation any society has ever produced. They were ordinary people who half a century ago did nothing less than help save the world. Millions served in uniform, millions more served at home, and nearly 500,000 gave their lives. And yet there is no national memorial to honor their sacrifice. It is time to say thank you.
Call now and help build the National World War II Memorial.
Thanks for watching B52 Government Access Television. We'd like to hear from you. Contact us on the internet at b52cable@aol.com or give us a call at 330-273-0410.
Goodbye.
So what do you think? You hungry?
Yeah.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be yourself. Do good. Call 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
Well, I used to think that the baby just comes out from the mom because she ate a lot.
My dad used to tell me that I came from a cabbage patch.
They tell me what not to do, and they know I'm probably going to do it.
My parents always like stutter.
My dad's kind of scared about that.
My mom hasn't really talked to me.
He thinks that all,
I could talk. It's
my dad. He's too embarrassed about talking about it, about sex.